Derrick Lewis fakes it, then finishes it. Derrick Lewis just TKO'd Talison Teixeira in round 1, but not the way anyone expected. Lewis played possum. He pretended something got in his eye, just to bait his opponent in. Once Teixeira stepped closer, Lewis unloaded.
Like something was in my eye, and I was waiting for him to get a little closer. He didn't get close enough for the first time, so I really was trying to sell it, make it seem like he had got me in my eye pretty good, and that's what happened. I caught him. Yeah. Then I noticed he was trying to pull himself up on the cage. I'm like, man, come on, man. Then he had me hit my own leg. I'm trying to knock my own leg out of the socket. Yeah, so it was messed up.
Did you expect the ref to come in and stop it right there?
Yes, I expect the ref. The ref should have been stopped him because he went in and out a couple of times. It was like before he even started grabbing the cage. So
yeah. When you threw that left hand, did you know if it connected that it was going to send him down?
I know if I throw anything at anybody, no matter what it is, I know that it's going to go down. He was the king of the taxicab drivers in Brazil, man.
Wow.
But no, I don't want an easy fighting like that. I want, of course I would like to do one more run at the title. That'd be good.
Dana White thinks the stoppage was too fast. Even though Lewis got the W, Dana White wasn't sold on the way it ended.
So then obviously, with that being said, Derrick could really, if you look at the division as it is, be maybe one fight away from getting a title shot next or something like that.
I think that's the way the heavyweight division has always been. I mean, these guys, they don't have to cut. Some of them have to cut, but they don't have to cut a lot of weight. The fight can turn with one punch. Whoever lands that big shot, and they were both trying to land him, and he got him. I thought the stoppage was a little fast. But it is what it is.
Mike Perry calls out Conor McGregor for White House fight. Everyone wants on the White House card, and Mike Perry wants back in the UFC just for that.
I want UFC to bring me back for the White House card to fight Conor McGregor instead of Michael Chandler. What weight are they doing? I'll cut the 170 for that.
Daniel Cormier says Jon Jones should represent America. Now here's something no one expected. Daniel Cormier backing Jon Jones. DC said if the White House event happens on July 4th and the UFC needs someone to bring home a win for the US, it has to be Jon.
If it happens, it's on 4th of July. We need an American to win. Right now, guys, we don't have an American in the top 10 pound for pound. We don't have an American in the top 10 pound for pound. We don't have an American champion outside of Kayla Harrison, now that Jon Jones retired. So who do we send out there on July 4th to get a victory? I say send Jon Jones. He's going to win. That's what he's done his whole career. If it's going to be somebody that we have to trust to win for the country, you send that dude. And that's me saying that as a guy that has never seen eye to eye with that dude. Never seen eye to eye. But I'm saying, if we got to send an American male to go get a victory, you better send Jon Jones. And then you start going down the list, right? The Max Holloways, the Dustin Poiriers, who's retiring next weekend. So many other great champions. But if we absolutely need a dub, you got to send the man that's proven to be the baddest dude out there, and that is Jones. Jon said when he announced that he was coming back, I called the UFC headquarters the same afternoon on the 4th of July. I'll leave it at that. America. Now that tickles my pickle. He said essentially he needed something to motivate him. And fighting at the White House is something that motivates him, and he would do that. But does he go out there and fight Tom Aspinall still? Right? Because you got to imagine by that point, Tom will have fought a couple more times and possibly have defended his championship. He may still be the world champ walking into the White House, and Jon Jones is going to have to go and, hey, get our independence. He said he'd fight anyone. So, that means he'd fight Tom Aspinall. Right back in the same. Honestly, Jon doesn't have a choice but to fight Tom if he comes back, if Tom's still the champion. That is just what it is. And honestly, as fans of fighting, you guys should be excited. Because anytime he fights, it's better. And the sport is better when Jon Jones is around.
Arman Tsarukyan praises Khamzat's training camp overseas. Khamzat Chimaev is preparing for war. Arman Tsarukyan says he's in camp helping Khamzat sharpen every weapon ahead of the title fight with Dricus du Plessis.
Hello everybody, I'm Arman Tsarukyan. We have a training camp with Khamzat Chimaev. He's getting ready for his title fight. He looks sharp, so excited for him and to see him UFC champion. So far his camp going well, he's healthy, he has a lot of energy, and I'm just here to help him whatever they need. If they need the wrestling, I'll wrestle. If they need the striking, I'll strike. So I'm here to help, and I want him to be a UFC champion.
Chris Curtis returns to 170 and says middleweight nearly broke him. Chris Curtis made his return to welterweight and beat Max Griffin by split decision, but his post-fight comments were even more impactful.
Oh, man, it felt really good to be back at 170. It's it's been a long time since we've been at 170. So there were some questions about how the cut was going to go, the diet, how my conditioning would feel. But we answered the questions. I felt great. I felt wonderful. It's nice to fight somebody my size. Nobody's 6'4", nobody's 230 pounds. It was a good feeling. I missed it. It's good to be home. I hate the judges in this sport. I'm like, okay, I give you the second round. Spent the next 2 rounds making fun of him and hitting him. Like, what? In what world did a guy give him 2 rounds? I'm like, what is that? Like, God, judges suck. Like, I know jobs are hard and blah, blah, blah. But like, man, I would kill for good judges. But whatever, still won, doesn't matter. Chris Curtis, the welterweight, has returned. It's nice to fight guys my size. I feel better at welterweight. Not at 80. At middleweight, we put on 15 pounds of muscle. I couldn't scratch my own back. All right, like I lost flexibility in my back. My back hurt all the time. My hips hurt. I had a bunch of injuries. And we talked to the PI people and S&C and everything. It turns out putting on 15 pounds of muscle really fast in your 30s has side effects. So I feel good at 170. I feel fast. I feel great. So I'm ready to keep going. I want to fight again.
Belal Muhammad wants more weight classes in the UFC. Belal Muhammad says the UFC needs to change, and it starts with weight divisions.
The UFC needs more weight classes. Do I think the UFC needs more weight classes? I do. I think that there's a lot of guys that are just stuck in that middle zone from 155 to 170, 170 to 185. There's a lot of in-betweeners. I think it'll give more guys more opportunities to fight longer, to fight multiple times a year. The weight cut kills a lot of people. I know a lot of guys that kill themselves. But even if you add weight classes, I think higher guys are going to try to go lower. Still going to be a bunch of mess, but you're going to get a lot more title fights. So why not add more weight classes?
Wonderboy injured but gets Dana's respect. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson didn't win, but he did leave a piece of himself in the cage. After a split decision loss, he revealed his shin was split to the bone.
What's up, guys? Back in the hotel room. And first and foremost, I want to thank all my fans for coming out. Showing your love and support was just amazing out there tonight, and I really do appreciate it. I'm always grateful for the opportunity to perform in front of you guys. And, well, got to get back and heal my shin up, maybe do some more shin conditioning. But love you guys.
Even with the loss, Dana White said he'd love to see him keep fighting. I don't know, that's up to him. Yeah, I would like to see him continue. He looked great tonight. Wonderboy looked great tonight. For a guy who is a traditional martial artist, kickboxer, does a damn good job staying off the ground and defending the takedown and staying out of submissions. He's one of the nicest human beings on the planet. Max Holloway on who hits harder, Gaethje or Ilia? After being knocked out by Ilia Topuria, Max Holloway dropped a hot take. He says Justin Gaethje actually hits harder than Ilia. When I was in there, I did not feel this guy Ilia hit so much harder, but the guy must hit hard. But comparing his punch, when I fought Gaethje, I felt something. I felt that Gaethje hits hard and Gaethje kick hard. When Ilia hit me, nothing was like, oh man, he hits hard or whatever. Ben Askren's comeback from double lung transplant. Ben Askren just posted a video update on Instagram, and it's the most inspiring thing we've seen all year.
What's up, guys? I want to give an update on how I'm doing. Everything is going pretty well. I got another tube out, only have 1 tube left, and I wanted to make a reflection with where I was less than a month ago, which was Father's Day. So I'll read you this journal entry. It's from our friend Amber. I actually thought my wife wrote it. I was mistaken. So there really hasn't been any big updates in the last few days. They have been trying to tinker with the division and other things, but honestly, constantly changing. A part of the day, we think he's doing great, and the next part he's not. So very up and down. Whenever he wakes up, his oxygen has been dropping. What's happening is that his heart takes the blood and doesn't get to go through the ECMO, therefore it can't get oxygenated. They're hopeful to start transplant evaluation this week. So that was like a month ago that they want to start transplant evaluation. Feels like, holy crap, came a long way since then. And I just wanted to give one Mental Mondays message, and that was, I'm gonna plead guilty. I felt guilty for myself one time, right? And that doesn't do anyone any good. And I thought, man, I never smoked one cigarette, never smoked any weed, never did anything. Why did my lungs get stolen from me? Right? Why is this happening to someone who smokes a bitchwood? Then I realized it happened. It's over. It's done with. I could be bitter and angry. I could whine, cry. It's not gonna help anybody. I am where I am now, and I'm gonna move forward the best that I can. So, I hope you guys are enjoying the updates. I will not feel sorry for myself. I'm gonna get out of here pretty soon, and I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.
Dana White quietly paid for Askren's surgery. What most fans didn't know, Dana White quietly stepped up to help.
So the question is, did UFC support him, or are you planning to support him in any way in his recovery?
Yeah. What do you mean by support him?
Maybe financially, or...
Yeah, I usually don't talk about that stuff, but yes, I did. I did. Yeah, I will. I mean, we reached out to his wife as soon as we heard and told her if there's anything you need. And yes, I did. Yeah, I did. Yes. I just don't like talking about that. That's between us but yes.